I think I'm a little messed up in the head. I have watched multiple reviews from multiple good sources about this mouse, and yet I still want to try it myself. It's not that the mouse is bad or anything. It's actually pretty good. It's just not up to date. It's like last generation, maybe even 2 generations old, but the features that come with it speaks to me. It speaks to my heart. Even though the sensor may be mid, the build quality, the feet, it just has those key features that I personally want. And what am I talking about? The Pulsefire wireless Haste. This is like the mid of mid apparently. But for me, I mean, if y'all see the features, 62 grams, up to 100 hours in battery life, and that sensor is old. I think it still has 1000 polling rate. You know, that's still good to me. It has RGB. Honestly, if you could take that RGB out and make it like 58 grams, that would have been blessed. But also the battery, I heard, lasts only 2 years when it was being promoted. So not only are you getting 62 grams, which is really hard to find, it's also wireless. I cannot go wired, and it has a good battery life. But the main thing is the price, ladies and gentlemen. Now, retail, if we look at the pricing here, I'm going to go on my phone. Damn, $99 like retail. I got mine for $67 on that Black Friday deal. It was only like a flash sale, and I wanted to see if this mouse was actually mid. Me personally, I might not even notice like the sensor difference because I'm coming from the G Pro Wireless Superlight. I mean, this is the top of the top mice. So if it's even like half or even 3/4 the fraction of the Superlight, I'll take it because the Superlight is super expensive. I saw the unboxing experience, and honestly, it's crazy what they have for this price. Oh God, I hope it doesn't fall off. But unboxing it, I'm not really a fan of the honeycomb shape. Not gonna lie, it's HyperX, so I gave them a pass. Is that biased? I think so.
You're right. I was dick riding.
All right, let's not break the box here. You know, if it is shit, I gotta return it. Oh, this might hit. This might hit. Listen. Oh yeah. All right, we saved that just for the return, maybe. Holding it in hand. Travel time is not bad. Oh, okay, my Superlight is a lot faster when it comes to click and travel time, but this is not bad at all. Build quality, they're both plastic, right? Honestly, I do not care. I don't care. As long as it performs how it's supposed to. Feel like you have to press a little harder, just a tad bit. Also, wait, they usually do this test. You know, the squeeze test, shake test, the rattle, no rattle. Whereas my Superlight, it's got a rattle. Y'all hear that? We got the cable here with the wireless adapter. The braid, honestly, it's not bad. It's a little soft, but it's a lot better than a without braid. So I wouldn't say it's the best braided cable. Unless you're a psychopath, you're not breaking this. And USB-C, of course, $50 mouse, and we're using USB-C. The Superlight 1 could not. That Superlight 1 literally has micro USB. It comes with grips. We got feet as well. Like most mice don't do this. A lot of them don't. Especially for this price. Like that's insane. I am going to test this out right now. This update. Okay, update. We updating it. Honestly, Ingenuity HyperX is not the best. Oh, also scroll wheel test. Let's do a scroll wheel test. It's all right. Like the Superlight is clearly better. And for me, the size, perfect. I might like the fit better than the Superlight for me personally. So we're gonna hop on some Apex. We're gonna try in the firing range first, just to see if I feel a difference. Because again, this sensor is said to be like just 2 generations old. It's only at 16,000 DPI max. I need to inspect this myself. Oh man, I don't know. All right, let's shoot. Obviously, I'm in the range. Also, the glide test, it's like that. It's perfect for now. Because obviously it's new feet, So glides are going to be great. I also have an old like mouse pad too, so that can take into account. But yeah, it's super glidey right now. That's why it feels kind of weird with the glide, but I don't know, man. I know this doesn't have 4K polling rates, which I have not used yet, but from the results I've seen, it's very situational. God. All right, let me see the super light. I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying to notice a difference. Okay, so on the feel already, the super light just has a better finish, I'm gonna be honest. But as for like the sensor, I'd have to give it more time with the haste. Maybe it'll mess up on me over time. You know, I'll feel it more, putting more hours into the haste, but for now they feel around the same. Guys, I really want to say that I noticed a huge difference between the super light and the haste, right? Because I'm trying to see if this is actually mid, but like using it, I mean, sure, it's not as great as the super light in many ways, and the feet are good, but once they wear out, I got an extra pair right here. Can't say the same thing about the super light. Yeah, the feel of the mouse is not as good, but for what I paid for, I have everything I want. I got wireless, I got 62 grams, I got a pretty good battery life at 100 hours for like mid specs, right? But even with the sensor, I wish I could tell the difference between what's on the super light, the 25K Hero versus the Pixart 3335 sensor that has 16,000 DPI. I wish I could tell the difference. If you're like me, an average consumer, shout out average consumer, it doesn't really matter. So obviously this is my first impressions. I have not seen any red flags as of this moment besides the software. I'd say Ingenuity is like, it's almost Ubisoft type bad, EA type bad. You know, as long as you don't mess with it and you just keep it there in the background, it's okay. For $67 or $50 US, it's currently $59. I mean, for $59, that's what, like half the super light? You're looking at half the price here. Sure, it doesn't have like the greatest features and an older sensor, but still, I'm gonna have to use it some more. But for now, the Pulsefire Haste, this thing right here, it gets a pretty good impressions from me. Now there's probably mice out there that are similar to the Pulsefire Haste. However, this is like the most popular one, and it's the one I've seen that gets the most like mid of the mid. But yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just have to see over